Originating from the Philippines mythology and folklore, the Bakunawa figures among the most popular and well-known mythical creatures from Filipino culture. Today, we will explore its origins and its place in the traditions and mythology of the Philippines. In ancient tales, the Bakunawa was described as a giant sea snake that laid in a bottomless ocean. His body was huge and his appearance, while enigmatic and majestic, was terrifying and imposing. In ancient times, the people believed that this mythical being was the cause of eclipses and other natural phenomena, such as earthquakes and storms. The Bakunawa also had a major role in the culture and traditions of pre-colonial Philippines. It is said that it was often part of various rituals that involved the babaylan, which were shamans that served as the intermediary between the spiritual world and our world. The Bakunawa was particularly involved during the geomancy divination rituals done by the shamans. It was said that the creature's movements correlated with different events that affected our world, such as eclipses and the weather. It was said that a babaylan could foresee those types of events by communicating with the spiritual world, in which the Bakunawa was a focal point. The creature was in the center of a compass used by these ancient tribes, not only to dictate what time of the year it was, but it could also indicate what days or what months were associated with misfortune, which is why people consulted the shamans before making any travel plans or any impactful and important events, such as weddings. According to the myth, the earth originally had 7 moons, and they were created by the almighty creator god, Bathala, to bring light to the world. One day, the Bakunawa was laying deep in the ocean until he saw the light that came from the moons and decided to rise up to the surface. Once he came out of the water and saw the mesmerizing beauty of the 7 moons, he instantly fell in love with them. He loved them so much that he wanted to possess them, and thus, he rose up to the sky and swallowed one of the moons in a single gulp, before going back down in the ocean. However, the beast soon realized that the moon inside his belly was slowly melting away, so the next day, he rose up again and devoured another one. This went on for a little while, and every single night, the Bakunawa would rise up from the depths of the ocean and eat one of the moons. But eventually, the creator god Bathala realized what was happening and was furious. He could not believe that from the 7 moons he created, only one remained. Therefore, he decided to cast the sea snake back in the ocean and commanded him to not devour the last moon remaining in the sky. The creature listened for a while, but sometimes, animated by his insatiable hunger and his attraction to the beauty of the moon, he tries to rise up one more time and attempts to eat the moon and puts it in his massive jaws. When the people from the earth saw what the Bakunawa was attempting to do, they would make as much noise as possible, clashing metals and pans together while screaming and singing to scare the mythical beast, and thus making it spit out the moon in his mouth. When that happened, it is said that it was possible to witness an eclipse happening at that very same time. Today, the Bakunawa is still a symbol present in the culture and traditions of the Philippines. It is not uncommon to see various objects in traditional art that have the massive sea snake as the main symbol in it. So this concludes today's video. Thanks everyone for watching, I hope you enjoyed the story, and if that's the case, do not hesitate to share the video and subscribe to the channel, it's always very helpful. Now then, thanks again for following this channel, and I'll see you all very soon for a new video.